and Jared Grise, the owner and CEO of Garage Door Doctor. They're going to be talking about, well, you guessed it, garage doors. Anything you want to know, they got you covered. About Your House is brought to you in part by PutToolsInSchools.org, connecting students to tools of the trades and raising awareness of the many career pathways. About Your House is also brought to you in part by Queen City Home Store. Queen City Home Store is a family-owned store, and they've been serving the Carolinas for over 70 years. They're the largest independent appliance retailer in the Carolinas, constantly growing and taking pride in the experience that they offer customers with a knowledgeable sales staff, product selection, and lowest price guarantee. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some time with us. And now, here's your host, Ray Terry.
And welcome back. Hour number 2. Garage Door Doctor, about your house. We're here to help, I think. Yep. That's what our intentions are. We want to give you more information. And here to come in the next couple of weeks, we're going to get us a directed phone line calling in that you could call into the show here. And I'm going to talk to Mr. Cunningham about using his telephone to do it. What do you think, Riston?
Yeah, it could probably work.
Yeah, your phone would work better than my phone, right?
Yeah.
See, we're working out the bugs, but
we'll figure
takes
it
time.
out, whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, if it's my phone, somebody else calls me, I don't,
Right.
It's an issue, and you're right there with the Bluetooth, but
Yeah.
we're going to handle it.
That works.
So if you do have a phone call, if you want to call in, we'll have a phone line. We do have that capability with technology being all that it is today. And speaking of technology, during the break here, we were talking about Bluetooth and what have you, about garage doors. I don't care what we do in our homes now, technology's got something to do with it seems. So garage door, no exception. How many people out there now today have garage doors without operators?
Very few. Very few.
Yeah, I would think so too. You got to have an operator, may go up and down, but you don't need it necessarily. You can do it by hand, but very few people do that. Operators. What's new with operators of today?
Operators like computers. They change every few years.
That's why I brought the question up. I remember chains for years and years and years, chains. Then they changed to belts. And the belts were a lot quieter.
And what I'll actually say is chains starting to come back, and they've made them much quieter. They've got the slow stops technology on them, and so LiftMaster over the last year has kind of changed out some of their bottom level, I'll say, belt drives, replaced them with these new DC driven chain drives that are super quiet. So we actually may be starting to introduce chains again. Kind of everything goes full circle, but
I think the number one objection with chains were just the noise.
And a lot of that has been solved at this point. I would almost say that the chain drives of today are actually quieter than the last generation of belt drives, entry-level belt drives that were out there.
I remember hearing many, many times where there was a bonus room above the garage, and people used it for a bedroom. Someone would come home late and open the garage door and wake everybody up in the bonus room because they were so noisy.
So noisy.
It transferred that noise right to the front, to the structure of the house, and it was noisy. And I
grew up in a house. My bedroom was right above the garage. I knew every time people came in and out.
See,
Yes.
there you go.
Yeah, my dad would go to the gym in the morning. I hear him leave at 5:30. I'm like, oh, come on, Dad, are we doing this? But
you'd hear that in, but you knew what it was.
You knew exactly what was going on. Yep.
Right.
Yep. And that was that noisy opener pulling that big wooden door up. Yep.
A double door.
Big double 16x7 wood door.
Those are some heavy doors. Got torsion bar springs.
Oh yeah.
Those were torsion springs.
Torsion springs. Yep.
Torsion springs are very, very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So if you have a torsion spring and it breaks, first of all, you'll hear it if you're in the house. Because when it breaks, it pops.
Sounds like a gunshot.
Sounds like a gunshot.
Yeah, I've been sitting in the garage watching TV, messing with a fishing rod, and that spring broke.
So you got torsion too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would say about 90% of doors today.
And Jared was mentioning the wood door, 16x7. Had one of those too in my old house. And dude, I'm telling you, when that spring broke,
boom.
I'd have to go outside and grab 3 or 4 other guys, and I was
You
too,
can't pick
I was too
up the
sick
door.
at the time, dude. I'm like, I gotta get my door open, and it'd take 3 or 4 of us to get the door open. It was so heavy, and I'm like, dude, this is crazy.
Wooden door.
Oh yeah, heavy wooden door.
They're all heavy.
I
for
mean,
wood.
back in those days, they built a door. They didn't,
Right.
you know.
Back to Rain Tree, there were every door out there was wood.
Yep.
Every door put in those original houses were wood, and man, they just they were heavy,
Yep.
very heavy.
Yep.
And
Until
you
about
need-
10 years ago, you could still get panel swaps on those. The bottom panels are rot out, but at this point, it's
New door.
new door. Yep.
You know, one thing challenging too is that when you go into a community and everything's regulated by HOAs now, replacing a 15, 20-year-old door to match the existing CCCs in an HOA, it can be challenging sometimes.
Yep.
Because
Right.
like phones and computers, nothing's ever the same. You know, even though you have the basics on the outside, you've still got the dynamic of the challenge of matching that door to the HOA's approval. And
Absolutely.
I got one sale pending right now where the guy's got to get approval from the HOA because what was originally put in, the door company's no longer in business. So he's trying to match that with and get an approval. So
And and you know, Ray, going back to your question about law, that's one thing I can take a look at, and we've done in the past, is we'll take a look at the HOA regs. A lot of companies won't do that, but we'll take a look and make sure that this door matches.
So your law degree comes in handy.
It does come in handy. We're trying to figure out a place to plug it, but you know, HOAs, we do a lot of work with HOAs, and we can work with homeowners.
Are
to
you
make
still
sure
a lawyer?
I can practice law in the state of Connecticut. I am still a member of the Connecticut Bar.
Gotcha.
Every state you have to
Yeah, I know.
test
That's
into.
why I was
But
curious.
yes, North Carolina, I'm not a member of the bar. So,
Gotcha.
yep.
I hear you.
I pay my tax every year just to keep that.
You just keep it going.
Yeah.
Well, that's good
Yeah.
credential.
It is. It is.
Yeah, it definitely. And you work for it,
I did. I
and
worked
you
for
and you paid for it.
Yep.
So it's all good.
Exactly.
You put that on your wall.
It's at home on my wall,
It's at home on your wall. Okay, not in your office.
not in my office.
Cool. I love it.
I've got my fire door certification in my office.
The what?
My fire drop test.
Your
fire,
fire
fire
dr-
door drop test
Now,
certification.
what's a fire door drop test?
So, a lot of commercial spaces, you'll have big areas, and you'll have a big door in the middle.
Right.
And so
A fire.
and it'll be a fire door,
stop.
a fire stop, if you will. And so
Rated
it's
hour and a half.
rated hour and a half, 2
I'm
hours.
just guessing. On
Yeah,
my
and
back.
it can be, depends on kind of what the use is.
Sure.
But you every year you have to have these doors certified, and they've got either links or they're tied into the alarm system, the building, and they've got to drop, between 6 and 12 seconds per foot, and they got to get down, and so you got to go out every year and have those doors tested, inspected. We did one down in Rock Hill last
Hill,
week,
yeah.
and it was a sad one because someone actually drilled holes in the door to put a sign. It was a church, and
that killed the rating.
that kills the rating because you start puncturing that door, and I hated delivering that bad news to the church members, but it was a counter door from between their kitchen and their sanctuary, and they drilled a sign, put a sign on there, "Please don't open this door." And I said, "Guys,
They just messed the door
you just
up.
messed up this door."
what was that, like a 5x7?
It was probably 3x6. It was a small counter door.
I'm familiar with that kind of door, but I had no idea.
Okay, it was a counter door, the roll-up counter door.
Roll
and-
counter
and
door.
they-
yeah.
I
You separate
gotcha.
their kitchen from their
Exactly.
sanctuary. Yep. But we do those tests, and it's something that we've actually kind of expanded into over the last year or so. But talking about certifications on the wall, that's one that I've got on my wall.
That's
now.
good.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Do all garage door companies have those?
A lot of them don't. A lot of the bigger ones do.
That could be a question to ask.
Yes, there you go.
You have a fire door rating?
We have it.
Cool.
We have it. So,
When you got into the garage door business, Jared,
yes, sir.
what was your biggest hurdle? Because you took over, you stepped in the door. You're not a garage door technician. Did you go to school for garage doors?
I absolutely did not, and none of my guys have. I mean,
Well, I
we've
understand, and
learned
I'm
it,
not
but-
trying to
Yep.
corner you.
Yep. Nope.
A garage door, and I'm going to talk about this. One thing I'm going to bring up every week on the show now, every week I'm going to talk about a lot of things. And communication's the most important thing we do every day. Big fact. Okay, enough of that. I get a lot of talk about AI-proof career pathways. Well, I'm here to tell you the trades and garage doors
Yep.
are no exception to trades. It is a trade. It's a niche, and it's a very good niche, and In Charlotte, North Carolina, it's guaranteed work.
Absolutely.
You know, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to fix a garage door. It takes knowledge and information, and there's a right way and a wrong way, sure. And yeah, you send your kids, you send your staff or technicians to training as they need it.
Correct.
You know, by different manufacturers of doors, what have you, and I'm sure that's offered to you from the manufacturers, and it brings y'all, and there's your education.
Right. But I'll tell you, Ray, the biggest education, and I've seen this throughout my career, it's just education by doing.
It's the only way we learn as human beings. It's called application. And that's why schools are not working.
Absolutely. You have to do it, whether it's interaction with the customer, working on the door. My guys, when they start, they spend, whether they've had experience in the industry, they're going to spend 2 to 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks shadowing another guy, doing the work with the other guys.
Right.
Because that's the only way to learn.
And the only way to learn is be with a mentor or a teacher who knows the product and knows the methodologies for that product and how it's done.
100%. 100%.
But the only way we learn as human beings is through doing and applying the knowledge. You'll never learn it otherwise. And like I said, that's why our schools are failing, because textbooks don't get it done. You learn 10 times more out of college than you did in college, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, even law school, you're studying for the bar, working in a firm, law school doesn't teach you how to be a lawyer. It teaches you how to think maybe like a lawyer, but it doesn't teach you to be a lawyer. It's the doing, it's the following, it's the practice, it's following another attorney, it doesn't matter what you do in any business.
Right.
I was fortunate to work with some great guys in the real estate development world. I'm still great friends with them, and I learned from them things that I apply to this day. But all along the way, you learn from people, and you take those little things with you, and kind of formulates who you are.
But a garage door technician, you've got an AI-proof job.
Absolutely.
AI's never going to take your job away from you.
Nope.
Never.
Nope.
Never. Can't do it. No matter what somebody might tell you, robots can't do it. Nothing can do it. Nothing.
Parts are going to break. Parts are going to be replaced. You're going to need people to do that.
Yeah, and I'm getting more and more comments and questions around AI affecting the trades. It doesn't affect the trades. It's got advantages for the trades via information and data, but outside of that, won't touch what you're doing.
No. I mean, we use it sometimes. We'll go to a house, we'll take a picture of a house, pop it in there and say, hey, AI, show me what kind of a door you recommend or can be available in this house. And there's some cool things we can do with AI.
So you use it?
We do use it. Absolutely. We use it. We use it internally a little bit, trying to start with some of the reporting, those types of things. But, when it comes down to the nuts and bolts of what we do, it's all people skills. It's all people skills.
Funny.
And it is not going to be AI.
That's so funny. I had a couple that had just recently purchased this house yesterday, and they'd been in it 3 days, and in it obviously had been neglected, needed work, but it was in a very, very nice community out in Weddington, Marvin area.
Sure.
And I'm sitting there, and I said, what are you looking in for a garage door? I had an old wooden door, 18 by 7, heavy. He said, Mr. Bullock, this is what I'm looking for. AI, Chat GPT created, this is what I want, this is what I'm looking for. What about a window? And wife looked at us, oh yeah, we got to have a window.
Yeah.
So I whipped out a brochure based on what he says. Walnut's your color or classic. Both of them are close. He said, what's cheaper? I said, classic. He said, done. And I said, I handed the brochure to his wife. I said, what kind of window do you want? He looked at me. I said, dude, she's picking out the window. He said, how long you been married? I said, almost 42 years. He said, you're a smart man. I said, dude, you don't be married to me for 42 years without not letting know who makes the decisions in these house now.
Right.
That's just the way it is.
Yep.
She said, oh, I'll be taking this window right here. And I said, okay, so we want this model door. And it was just like the panels right there. She said, yep. And now I quit talking to him. he's no longer the decision maker.
Well-
All I got to do is get her to quote.
Let me ask you a question on that. How many salespeople we got in Garage Door Doctor?
Just pull it right now.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Bullock, you can attest to this because you've been in sales your whole career. Do you like one-legged calls?
Man, I like sales calls, period. I love an interaction with a customer.
Well, I understand, but just like that conversation, you couldn't have that sale without both parties being present to do a full sale.
Right.
That's my point. In the home service business, like remodeling, I would never go out on a one-legged call. Never. Because I want to know who's making decisions. You know, and when you're talking about a high-end product, such as a kitchen or a bathroom, remodeling project, room addition, whatever, I only want to do it one time. Yeah. I only want to talk to the customers one time.
I understand that.
And if the man looks at me and says, Ray, you make her happy, then I says, well, who's writing the checks?
But you know, Ray, when I first went to work for Piedmont in 1983,
Right.
I was the kind of guy, I'd go in the office at 6:30 in the morning.
Well, you did it all back then.
And-
it was a different world.
Well, by 8 o'clock, 8:30, I was eating breakfast somewhere. By 9 o'clock, I was on first tee box. Okay? This is the honest truth. And my boss man knew it. Got home at 2. I took a shower. I was out of the house at 2:30. I was running a clock. I was running at 3 o'clock, I was running an appointment every hour on the hour. And I'd call Earl at 9 o'clock. I said, hey, what's the code on this? He said, what do you got? This is 4 cell phones. I said, this is what I got. He said, sell it. We'll figure it out. Well, I ended my day at 10 o'clock. And after about 5 years, Earl says, step in my office. I went in there. He said, you don't work at night no more. I don't get no more 7, 8, 9 o'clock phone calls from the customer's house. I said, don't have to. He said, what changed? I said, Mama's got a checkbook now. I said, Mama's sitting at home. She's available from 7:30 to 3:30, 4 o'clock. And I said, I ain't got to work at home. She just not even she makes the decisions now, okay? She got checkbook, debit card, credit card. That's all we need. He said, how'd you figure that out? And I said, because husband kept
Because
telling
wives are that way.
he kept calling me and said, hey, my wife's at home during the day. She's going to make the decision anyway. And I'm like, okay. So now, like yesterday, perfect example. I got a guy, huge farm. He sits there and his wife's still working. He's retired. And he said, give me a brochure. I gave him a brochure. He said, this. Hold on, let me send her a picture of I've already made a decision. We're going white.
Right.
I just need to make sure she's good with the window. And he sent her everything via. He said, all right, Bullet, this is what we want, number 411. This is the picture. This is the window she wants. When can you get me a quote? Yeah. Man, I know I got to sell. I done built a rapport with this guy.
Sure.
He's communicated with his wife, and it's all good. So the one-legged call, whatever you want to call it, it's just a matter, like you said, the main thing is communication.
It's communication.
That's it,
Knowing
right
what
there.
you're walking into.
Yeah.
Yep.
But when we're talking high-end tickets, you want to be sure that everything's covered with both parties. That's my point.
Yeah.
Because you go to install that day, oh, I ain't going to like that. My wife, oh, I've heard that before. Well, that taught me real early in my career. We're not doing this but one time.
Well,
you know.
To give you a perfect example, I walked into a guy's house up in Oakdale. This is when I was at Piedmont. I sold this guy $10,000 worth of gas stuff in his house. And but 2 stars. I said, this contract is only fulfilled if your wife agrees on this range.
Right.
He looked at me and said, what are you doing? I said, dude, you're a hunter. I can tell you got trophies, you got 3 gun cases. When's the last time you cooked in this house? Oh, I don't do no cooking. I said, when's the last time she bought you a gun? He started laughing. He said, you're smarter than you look. I said, now, you have your wife come by my office. I have this range on the sales floor, and I'll have her sign off on it. Otherwise, we're going to rewrite this contract and get what she wants.
No, you got to get buy-in from both parties.
Done. I'll have her in there tomorrow. She came in, she said, he must have lost his mind. I think he was going to buy me this range. And I took her, I said, is this what you're looking for? She said, oh, gotta have a self-clean. Yeah, I like the extra burner. Okay, so we rewrote the contract. It's about $500 less. He thought he was doing her a favor buying her the most expensive thing. Now, she signed off on it. She said, we're good. I said, I took my copy of the contract and put it back in there, and I said, void per miss. And I said, I tore a copy off, put it in my file, took the original copy. I said, take this back to your husband and explain what you just did. She said, oh, he called me that night, and he said, Bullet, he said, I don't know how much to thank you. I said, dude, I just saved you 20 years of grief.
Yeah, you saved my marriage.
I said, you bought her the wrong thing
Right.
she's cooking on for the next 20 years, which is the average life expectancy before you change it. I said, dude, you'd hear about it every time she stepped at that range.
That's right. Good job. Good job.
Taking care of the customer.
You got it.
That's right.
All right, let's talk about our sponsors here. Take a minute or two. Talk about ABS Insulating. ABS Insulating is your go-to company for any insulation needs you may have. I got to bring this up. Summer's just around the corner. What's the hardest season to really get comfort in your home? It's summertime when 90, 80, 90, 85. And by the way, we're headed there next week in the upper 80s. So get ready. Summer's on its way. And I talk about attics encapsulation frequently on the show because of the effectiveness of attic encapsulations. When you encapsulate your attic, you will have an attic approximately 80 degrees year round. It'll never exceed around 80 degrees. That saves you a lot of wear and tear on an air conditioning system and makes it easier to cool that upstairs of your house, which is normally the biggest challenge in a house, is cooling upstairs. Attic encapsulation. Give ABS Insulating a call, absinsulating.com. Give them a call, set up an appointment, have them come out and take a look, see what they could do. And now, let me give you a great comparison. If you've got a 2,000 square foot house and it's two-story, you're only talking about 1,000 square feet of attic space. That's not a lot, so it might be more affordable than you might think. And plus, what it's going to do to the comfort in your home, unbelievable. And don't forget about ABS's gutter division. They've got a gutter division specifically for gutters, just like Garage Door Doctor here. They work on garage doors, ABS, gutter division, gutters. That's all they do. They're not on insulating trucks. They're on gutter trucks with all the equipment necessary to give you the gutter protections you need. When I say gutter protection, downspouts, gutters, no matter what you may want, they've got you covered. absinsulating.com. Floor Coverings International. Great company. Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. I know it says Southeast Charlotte, but they'll come to you no matter where you're at. If you're up on Brawley School Road, yep, they'll come see you. That's Mooresville. You're out in Gaston County, they'll come out there, no problem. Indian Land, got you covered. No matter where you're at, they're going to bring the showroom to you. No matter what you're looking for in floor covering, they'll take care of you. By far the most popular floor in the southern Charlotte metro area would be stained floors. Be it oak, be it walnut, be it whatever. Well, whatever you want. Stair treads, floor, doesn't matter. Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. Go online, check them out. Yourflooringteam.com. And then we got the Queen City Home Store. They got you covered, no matter what it is. They won't take care of your floor, but they'll sure bring the furniture in behind it. No doubt about it. They'll fill that house up with furniture. Give them a call, 704-391-6000, online, queencityonline.com. Since 1952, Queen City Home Store's been in the Charlotte area, not Queen City Home Store. Started out Queen City TV and Appliance. Graduated up. Here we are today, your complete home store furnishing store throughout North and South Carolina. Check them out, online, queencityonline.com. Today's show, The Garage Door Doctor. I got the owner, Mr. Jared, here, and Mr. Bullet Helms. That last name again?
Grise.
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 I'm terrible at remembering names. Grise. If it was a number, I'd remember it. Jared, the new owner of since 2019, a garage door doctor, and turned it around. Here we are, what, 7 years later?
So I bought it in 2003. So moved to Charlotte in 2019. I've owned it since 2003. So still relatively new owner.
You owned it since 2003?
That's it.
But you didn't go into...
Took me a few years to get it.
I got you.
To move into this space, if you will.
I hear you.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Great.
You like what you're doing now?
Absolutely.
Are you a happy boy?
Absolutely.
How many kids you got?
I got two wonderful daughters.
How old?
9 and 10.
Where are they going to school? Just curious.
They're at Trinity in Uptown.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. It's been a great school.
So you're a happy guy now in your career pathway?
I am. This has been a great thing to do.
Out of all things you've done, where's it rate?
This is the top. Every day is different. The flexibility, get to spend time with some great guys. It's just been a fun job. Challenging at times, but a fun job.
Now, who covers the fort right now?
So I got a very, very successful operations manager, Jeff Sessoms. He's been with the company 7-8 years now. Jeff. Yep. And when you call us, you don't get a recorded line. You usually get Jeff or Mike on the phone. They're the two guys in the office, but they've been with me. They're covering right now, and they just do a great job.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So one guy selling, bullet Helms. You got how many crews?
Couple guys in the office and about 7 crews.
About 7 crews, 7 trucks out in the field.
Yep.
Taking care of business.
Taking care of business.
Do y'all recommend maintenance and service to doors? I mean, that's kind of a stupid question because if it's mechanical, and I know for a fact some of the rollers get loose.
Yep.
You get issues, and then it binds up, and then it becomes a bigger issue. So what would you recommend to homeowners about a garage door?
Yeah, as a homeowner, there are things that you can do yourself. You get some spray lube, spray, and we sell it, but you can get this at the home store. Yeah, spray your rollers, spray your hinges, spray your spring.
And I would add something to that. I would check at least once a year. I would just do a quick check on the bolts.
Absolutely.
The bolts that hold the rollers on, because they do get loose. And your locks that lock it into the track and what have you, make sure they're functioning properly.
One thing I will say about locks, and we actually don't often put locks on doors now, is what we found when we were talking about off tracks earlier, I think. Sometimes the customer will leave town and they will put that lock, they'll engage that lock, they'll get back, they'll try to open that door, and that opener's going to go lift that door, and it's going to go like this. So one thing about locks is make sure if it's a slide lock on the side,
shut your operator down.
Shut your operator down, because if you go on vacation, you think you're secure in that place, and you come back and that lock is engaged, and you try to open that door, there's a good chance you're going to end up with an off track.
That's interesting. You bring that up. So what he just said, if you go on vacation, lock your overhead door to start with.
Yeah.
Lock it.
Yep. And many openers have a lock function on them so that you can control it. But if your door is down and it's engaged, you cannot lift that up. It is essentially locked.
Right.
If you have the door without the opener and you can lock it, put that slide lock on. But at this point, if your door is engaged to the operator, your door is as good as locked. And in many of the operators themselves on the wall button have a lock feature which will close out the keypads and other things outside if you want to do that.
Right. I'm going to throw this out there because I read it several times in my career. And that's, you had brought it up earlier, and you said it. You enter your house probably 98% of the time, almost 100% of the time,
yes,
through the garage. Is your back door locked or unlocked? The door going into the house.
It's locked.
Yeah, but see, a lot of people leave that door unlocked. And there's your crime right there.
Yep.
Well, see, I have a security system.
Well, you do.
I
But
put my boat in the driveway before tournaments and working on and stuff
Right.
like that. So I got a backyard camera that shows the whole backyard. I've got a camera that shows the whole driveway and half of my neighbor's outfits. And then I had a doorbell cam. So if you come to my front door and you walk down the sidewalk, boom, you're on camera. So,
Right.
And now what we're seeing with the new openers is the increase in technology, of course.
that's where I was going next
Yeah,
anyway,
and
openers.
The
Operator.
openers now all have the MyQ technology.
What's
where
that?
you can load it on your phone. It's an app.
An app.
Yep.
You know, you got a camera that you can opt in and out, you know, and you even have a feature where, and this is crazy, and I just learned this recently, where Amazon can be text a one-time code to get into your garage. Say you're having a $2,000 package delivered. You don't want that sitting on the front porch while you're at work for 6 hours.
Right.
Amazon can go into your garage, put your package down, go back out, and before he is allowed to leave to go to his next stop, he's actually got to punch a code in to shut your garage door. Now, that's an extreme, but it's there. The technology is there.
Yeah. And if you don't want to do that, you can control that garage door from your phone.
Yeah.
There's an app on your phone that you can close that garage door, open that garage door, and
So on your Amazon, well, that's kind of neat. I don't have a garage door operator, so I'm not up to snuff on all the. Well, I don't. There's something I want to get.
Yeah.
And
Well, we can help you out with that.
And
You
probably, no, we're going to talk to the landlord and get a new garage door overhead.
Well, you know who to call.
Yeah.
Tell
And
them we got
see,
you taken
Absolutely.
care of.
well, that's something we're going to do here because I want a window. But anyway, that's another day. As far as technology goes with operators, how many operator companies do y'all deal with?
we primarily deal with LiftMaster. It's just a good operator. There's some
I
other ones
understand.
out
Been
there.
around a long
Long time. Yep. But frankly, prices are going up, and so we've actually looked at some other operators, just kind of see what's best for our customers. Right now, we're sticking with LiftMaster, but we are evaluating some other operators out there.
Gotcha. Is there a good, better, best?
Within the LiftMaster,
Yeah.
yeah, you got your chain, your chain's kind of your entry level. At this point, the next level up, it's a belt drive. It's got a battery backup standard. They all have cameras on them. We actually had a customer.
So they've all got cameras
They've
now?
all got cameras except for the jack shafts, which is your side mount. They
Right.
don't have the camera, but you can get cameras attached to that if you want. But all of your overhead openers, essentially, except for your very, very basic one that you get at Home Depot, they all have cameras on them. The cameras, they flip down. So we had a customer who was adamant they did not want a camera. And it's like, well, this is kind of standard, this product part, but just because it has it doesn't mean it's going to film you. You can close it up and,
Right.
and lock it out.
It's becoming standard in the industry.
It is.
Like I explained to her, I said, you don't have to use it.
And you don't have to
It's
connect
only
it to
in
the
use-
app.
It's only in use if you want it to be.
Yep.
Right.
So, you can flip it up, hide it.
Yeah. Privacy
films
concerns.
nothing.
Yeah.
I understand. Not everybody wants the high tech.
Oh, I know.
No.
I
I mean,
understand.
there's certain people that are of age that say, I don't need it. Sorry.
I know. I'm one of these people that don't like all the high tech because I don't care. Well, I won't get off on a little rant here, but every Tuesday when we do the show, something goes wrong with technology. Today's no different. We had a glitch today and we got through it. But I don't care what day it is, we come in here. Isn't it true, Richton?
Yep.
Technology will get us.
It's true.
Technology will get us every Tuesday
Absolutely.
because of all the pieces.
There's a lot
to
of
the-
stuff though that could. There's a lot of different things that could potentially go
A
wrong.
lot of pieces to the puzzle, and same thing with the door.
Yep.
Okay. Do you ever get a call, an emergency call about a garage door?
All the time.
What
the
kind of emergencies do we have? Share.
3 or 4 times a day.
Oh, yeah,
or more.
more than that. I mean, our emergency calls. Spring is broken. My car's stuck in the garage. Need to get that out. Bullets run into them. Where people literally run into doors. They're off track. It came down on something. Kid left the bicycle in the way, and the safety sensor was above the safety sensor. The door came down. It kept going down, and so now it's off track, and we got to put it back on.
Because of the bike below it went sideways.
Exactly.
So that'll throw it off track.
That can throw it off track. It kind of goes. You're talking about safety sensors. One of the calls we get a lot on, say my door goes down 6 inches, then 6 inches from the ground, and then goes back up. Most likely, it's your safety sensors that are not aligned. I tend to send people a video on those rather than try to go out to their house to solve them.
So you try to help customers.
I do, absolutely.
If you don't need, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if you can do it yourself, you make recommendations.
We've got 5 or 6 videos on our website where you can go and try to program a remote. When I have to charge a customer to come on out, and it takes 5-6 minutes to solve something, and I got to charge them. upsets.
What would
it
you
upsets
charge for that? Just warn them. This is a warning.
Yeah,
A service call. You got to do that.
You got to do it. I mean,
you got to do it. I understand it.
It's our standard service call is $95 to come on out.
That's cheap.
Yeah, thank you.
That's cheap.
It's $95 to come on out.
You gonna pay me $120?
Yeah.
Somebody called me the other day, said that they had somebody come out and go into their house and they broke a piece of ductwork coming from their downdraft. She wanted to know if I'd come out and give her a price. No, ma'am. Well, how do I get it fixed? I'll come out and fix it. But I want you to understand something. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. Have you ever gone across town on a day like today?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried? It takes a while, doesn't it?
Have you seen the gas prices?
Yeah, have you seen the gas
$4 a
prices?
gallon
And
now.
you want me to come out there and look at it and give you a price. You want to pay me for that? Because you're going to have to. I'm not driving across town as you won't drive across town and look at something to give you a price. I love you. I want to help you. I'll come out and fix it. And I told the lady, too, I'll come out and fix it. Because if I'm going to crawl into the house and look at it to give you a price, I'm there.
Absolutely.
Let me fix it.
Well, plumbers are charging $165, $175.
Yeah.
A diagnostic fee.
Yeah.
Same with HVAC.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we got in a situation about 3 weeks ago where all of our techs were slammed.
Yes.
Ladies' garage store wouldn't open. Jeff called me and said, Bullet, I hate to do this, and I don't know what the opportunity is there for you, but everything that we've got is slammed. Can you go check to see why this lady's door won't open? Man, heck yeah. I'm on the way. Shoot me the address. Called the lady. I said, this is Steve Helms, garage door doctor. I'm on the way. I'm going to look and see why your door won't open. I walk in, and first thing you check is sensors. It's happened to me. Stupidity. So I walk in there, and I said, okay. I took the leaf off the sensor.
Leaf.
The things are not connecting. We talk about communication. Her sensors are not communicating, okay?
I hear you. I got
So I
you.
walk over to the little remote on the door, hit up, garage door goes up, goes down. I said, you're good. She said, how much do I owe you? I said, you don't owe me anything. I said, ma'am, I've done it too. I said, one thing you need to make sure is that there's nothing in front of those sensors. 90% of this time when this door doesn't open and shut, something's interrupting the communication with the sensors.
Now, we would typically charge $95. This is not a free service that we offer.
Well, I just want to be at that point.
Yeah, no, and that's,
so I'm like, so the only thing I did was create some goodwill and give her some knowledge so that,
As a homeowner, you need to be educated.
And that's absolutely.
That's to your point. You're happy to educate the customer. It's just like Devin Arnett. He was in here with CDA Environmental. He said, call me, I'll talk to you. And a lot of times people call in fear of mold or some toxin when he'll sit there and tell you if it's a fact or not via conversation, and he won't come out if he doesn't need to.
That's what we try to do. We try to diagnose these things over the phone, walk through them, share a video with someone. Because I think going back to your point, that may take 5-6 minutes to fix something, but I drove 45 minutes, 50 minutes to get across town. You talk to Jeff in the office.
Not only drove there, but you got to go somewhere else.
And so you got to cover those costs. And people don't necessarily always appreciate that.
You're not doing it.
No, it's not a charity. I mean, so to me,
$95 is cheap in today's world, and I'm not.
No.
Hey, you hang in there with your pricing, but in today's world, that's.
Yeah.
I'm not going across town for $95 anymore.
Yeah. Our goal, and that's part of dispatching, to figure out how to get people in the right places. But our goal is if we can help customers out without having to come out to their house, it develops a longer term relationship. And as Bullet did, I mean, we'll go out there and kind of sales call to see what's going on. If there's something we can adjust, we'll adjust it. But our goal is to build long term relationships.
Right. Let's get back to the maintenance. Do y'all have a maintenance program?
We do. A couple times a year, and then you can ask me pricing on that. I don't know off the top of my head, but
no, I'm not going to ask you pricing because all doors are different.
All doors are different, but we can come out once a year, once every other year. Come on out there, set an appointment, and do that. I mean, my recommendation is, you were talking about this earlier. Check nuts and bolts, particularly on wood doors. They expand, they contract.
Sure.
You really want to tighten those down. Never ever mess with the hinges on the bottom of your door. That is the one thing do not do, because those are tension to your springs.
Right.
But everything else, make sure it's tightened down, lubricate them once a year, lubricate that spring once a year, and your doors will last. They'll last longer. They'll be quieter. They'll last longer. And if you've got questions, we can come out and do that
and
service for you.
They operate better.
They do.
They just operate.
It's no different changing your oil and getting your tires rotated. Same thing.
And most people don't think about the garage, right? It's
there.
It works. It works, right?
And that's why I brought up educate yourself as a homeowner. And it wouldn't hurt you to go online, as I did, garagedoordoctor.com, and see what they offer, see the information they can give you and aid you with, because garage doors aren't cheap. What's the garage bottom single garage door cost these days installed, roughly?
About $800-900 to get one installed.
Really? That little?
Yep. First,
I'm not. That's bottom drawer.
That's your bottom
builder
drawer.
grade.
Yep. Builder grade. Bottom drawer.
With operator.
Put another, put another $300-400 on there for the operator.
So you got $1,500 or less.
Yeah.
For a new garage door.
door.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's a quality garage door.
All right, turnaround time. How you go out like that when you sold yesterday? How long do they go wait for their door?
It depends on whether it's in stock more than anything else. And it's just like everything else in Charlotte. And like I say, Charlotte is atypical because of the amount of business that we have and everybody else has, and all the different trades.
Big market.
If it's in stock, we can get it that afternoon, that next day, 2-3 days.
Your standard white raised panel doors, standard sizes, generally next day, couple days.
Gotcha.
You start going to more custom doors, custom colors, overlays, carriage style. Now you're talking 4 or 5 weeks. We typically order those outside the market. Those are custom cut to your house. But your standard doors, even going to a steel back door, we can generally, if it's white, raised panel, even the stamp carriage, we can usually get those done within 2-3 days.
As far as you got emergency services, in other words, if they called you there and you needed to go out.
If you call me in the morning, chances are I'm gonna be able to serve you same day.
Right.
Mondays are our busiest day. We get some of the overflow. We have Saturdays. We don't charge extra for Saturday appointments, but
so you do work on weekends.
We do work on Saturdays. We do not work Sundays, but we end up you get a lot of calls from people, and Mondays fill up pretty quickly. But outside of Monday, you call me in the morning, chances are I'm gonna get you same day. Gotcha. Yep.
And you're located on Monroe Road.
Monroe Road.
We have a showroom.
We have a small showroom out there, some panels up there. You can come on in or by appointment on Saturdays and see what we've got. But Bullet does a great job bringing samples out, whether it's samples, brochures, out to the customers. To me, that's really where you want to go. We've got some great product online as well. We serve about 40 miles from uptown Charlotte, so it's a pretty big radius. Rock Hill to Mooresville, out to Gaston County and Union County. So.
Gotcha.
It's a big radius we cover. So going back to that $95, coming on out to someone's house, you might be driving a pretty good distance to get there.
To you listeners, and listening to that, if all of his services are priced accordingly, to that, they're very reasonable. Y'all are fair.
We try to be. We try to offer our customers a good value.
Right. Speaking of value, Rhino Live Foundation Solutions. RhinoLiveFoundations.com. Great company, talking about value. They're there to service what you need service. They're not out there. They don't come to your house to upsell you or sell you something you don't need. Crawl space encapsulations, foundation repair, helical piers accordingly. They can come out, engineer. They've got engineers on staff. They're licensed contractor both in North and South Carolina. If it's got your slab out of level, cracked, whatever, they can fix it. You name it, they got you covered on foundation repair. Crawl space, encapsulation, got you. So great company, very transparent, fair pricing, but you make the selections and you make the decisions. That's RhinoFoundationSolutions.com. Now, speaking of crawl spaces, once again, Kilo, been in Charlotte 3 generations now. Brian Wyndham, he's the son-in-law to Mr. Dr. Kilo himself. 3rd generations, family-owned since 1939. Wow. Been in the Charlotte market steady since 1952. So that's Kilo Exterminating. If you've got pests, as we move into the summer months, ants, big problem. Roaches, you name it. And roaches, just a little tidbit of fact, most of your roaches come from trees, not filth, trees. So you might want to think about pruning those trees so they won't touch your house. But Kilo will steer you right. Give them a call. Better yet, go online, kilo.biz. That's Kilo Exterminating Company. And today, we've been talking garage door with Garage Door Doctor. I love that name, Garage Door Doctor. And a lot of information. Is there, what more do they need to know about garage doors?
So I would say a couple things. One, there's a misconception. We have a great name, but a lot of people think we just do repairs. We do a ton of installs. And it's not
Great
just
point.
It's not just residential; it's commercial as well. And so we're really trying to. I think we're one of the fastest growing independent garage door companies in Charlotte right now. And a big part of it is just getting our name out there and really explaining to our customers what we do. And it's beyond just repairing of doors.
The builder world is going to be big to us. Builder world,
Service
commercial,
company.
service,
Yep.
new installs with the builders. We got 5 builder orders last week, so we're really going to be working on that because I've been in that business for umpteen years and a lot of
Charlotte's
name
not,
recognition.
the building's not ceasing to exist, that's for sure.
Yeah, the other thing that we're actually introducing a new product, talking about verticals, is screens, motorized screens. So
Oh, yeah.
So we're just
Man caves.
Yes, man caves.
cave screen.
Man caves. So you're talking earlier about one of your sponsors, the installations. Getting those doors insulated, great feature. But if you have that man cave, you want this time of year, the fall, it's a great time of year to be in that garage.
Mm-hmm.
So we're actually introducing motorized screens to our lineup of products.
We talk about garages, and the multitude of quantities of garages now. We had a company called Garage Door Living. They're a member of NARI.
Yeah.
Are you a member of NARI yet?
We are joining, I think, later today, actually.
Later today.
Later today, I think Bullet's been on me. So yes, it's on our list. It's on my list of things to do that Bullet's introduced
They
me
have
to.
a new member meeting,
Yes.
orientation.
I
in the
got you.
morning, so
Yeah, they
yes,
have those
hoping to make
frequently.
that.
Well, I want to bring up the NARI meeting. NARI, the National Association of Remodeling Industry of Greater Charlotte. I've been active around it since its conception in 1990, October of 1990. And NARI is a great resource for networking. Bullet can attest to that.
Yep.
Great organization if you're interested in remodeling and want to be a better remodeler and network with some of the best in Charlotte. You may want to consider attending this month's meeting as a guest. And the meeting this month is going to be a little off the beaten path up in Mooresville this month. Cutting Edge Stoneworks. They were a guest on the show a few weeks back. Ivy Young, Cutting Edge Stoneworks, and if it's at 161 McKenzie Road up in Mooresville. And I'm going to say this: you talking about technology and a career pathway, a career opportunity. If you're interested in possibly getting a job with a top drawer stone fabricator, Cutting Edge Stoneworks up in Mooresville, they just top drawer. They've got a brand new bending machine that they can bend quartzite. And they not only that, they got robotics. They got all the technology you may want in a modern, up-to-date facility. That's Cutting Edge Stonework, the NARI meeting, and it's going to be April 23rd, I do believe. I'll get those facts, but go online, narycharlotte.com, narycharlotte.com. Check out this month's meeting, Cutting Edge Stoneworks. I highly recommend it. You got anything to say about that?
Man, I'm going to tell you the technology, and I've been in a lot of these stone cutting places.
Yes.
Harkey, this gentleman here, you see the technology that they use to, the machine goes over there and it changes chisels and it changes this and it changes that. And next thing you know, he's cutting the sink in and beveling everything out. I'm like, dude, it's sick. Because when I was in the beverage industry, we had a place in Baltimore that would manufacture parts and take a 10 by 10 piece of stainless steel. And 30 minutes later, you had actually a part that went on a filler that was 40 years old.
Right.
The technology and you see that in auto sports, especially with Hendrick down there when he makes his 600 engines a year. It's just, to take a piece of stainless steel or metal and to turn it into a part in 30 minutes or an hour. It's just, and that there again, it's technology.
Right. But it's also AI proof. There's aspects of all technology that has AI incorporated into it, no doubt, as you've seen on your software programs and your programs on your computer. And AI is here, and it's probably here to stay, but there are certain elements within the trades, the garage door technician, AI proof, the electricians, safe, plumbing, safe. I mean, if it's got something to do with hands-on technology combined with critical thinking, your job's not going away.
It's funny you mentioned that because I had some plumbing work done with Price Brothers Plumbing.
Yeah, I heard. Last time you were here, you had issues.
Yeah, you heard.
The ice maker line.
As I was standing out there about 3 o'clock in the afternoon waiting on the bill to come in, which didn't come in because I know the guys down there, they treat me pretty good. I was standing there talking to 2 plumbers. And I said, what do you guys like about your job the most? They said, it's AI proof. I said, yeah, you get it, don't you? He said, oh, yeah. AI is not going to do my job. It's not going to cut that pipe. It's not going to solder that pipe.
Nope.
It's not going to twist that fixture onto the pipe, the knob that I put on there to make everything fit.
Now, what Ray's doing with Put Tools in Schools, I mean, that's huge. I mean, that's really the next generation of people trying to get into these trades. I mean, that's critical.
Glad you brought that up real quick around Put Tools in Schools. Put Tools in Schools directive is to connect students to the many career pathways in the trades. How do we do that? There's only one way, and that's to make these kids aware, totally aware of the opportunities, because they don't know. I know because I go talk to them at trade days, career days in these schools. These middle school kids, for example, have no idea what the trades are. So if we don't connect to these kids, industry, if we don't step up, nothing's going to change. And I've got to say this because as we discussed earlier in the program, my intensity and my passion gets the best of me sometimes. I was talking to somebody and they want me, a retired educator, you might say, and he says, Ray, you just have to get used to the fact industry's not going to play with education. I can't accept that. I cannot accept that. So in other words, we just got to quit? No way, because it's not going to happen any other way. It can't happen any other way. You can't go to churches. You can't go to Boy Scout troops. You can. It's going to take you 10 times longer. Industry must get into the education system and address these kids and raise the awareness. All we're doing here at Put Tools in Schools, the toolbox, is making a connection, connecting tools to the students so they can understand that you can do incredible things with your hands, your mind. You build anything you want to. Go anywhere you want and get a job. Once you work, learn. And I'm going to tell you what it all boils down to. Critical thinking. They have dumbed down our students so bad to where a lot of you parents out there are guilty too. Not your fault. Not your fault. But we must teach critical thinking. And the only way you're going to do that is hands-on application learning. In education circles, it's called PBL, project-based learning. And it works. Nothing else will work the way that works. God made it that way. Common Sense 101. Oh. Where has common sense gone? Oh, that's gone too. That left critical thinking. Sorry, folks, that's just the raw facts. Now, some people say, boy, you're hard. No, that's a reality. How are we going to get beyond it? You need help, labor.
I need help, labor.
Are you hiring?
We are hiring. Come see me. If you're mechanically inclined, you want to run an independent, you like working independently, come see me.
You take a high school student that loves tools, likes socket wrenches, loves to play with tools. Garage door doctors is perfect career pathway. One of hundreds. It's just one, but garage door doctor you'd hire somebody right out of high school.
Absolutely, we have, and we've had some very successful folks right out of school.
And love it.
Love it. They grow into it. There's plenty of things to do, and we will train you up in any which way you want to go.
Career pathway, the trades, Put Tools in Schools. That's what we're here for. I'm about fried because getting industry to step up is turned into an impossibility because you want money, you want return on your investment. Well, good luck on finding labor because you're not going to find it any other way. It won't happen. We must engage these students. PutToolsInSchools.org. We need money. We need support. We need people to step up. What's the most valued commodity we all share? What's the most valued thing we all share? What is it? Time. Time. A check can't take the place of time. A check can't take place of a human body that cares. Yeah, we all need money. Yes, we do. But we need people to step up, get involved, participate, and change the lives of many kids. There's your return on the investment. When you look at a child and he says, I like this, and it happens. I promise you, it happens. So, how do people get in touch with the Garage Door Doctor?
They can give us a call, 704-858-4040, or find us online, garagedoordoctor.com. You can book appointments online, but we have a great team in-house that love to talk to you.
And they talk to you. You don't get an answering machine. You get a real human being. Right?
Love it.
Absolutely.
So there you go. And
So
then
we are.
old Bullet, you want to come out? You want a salesperson to come out? Tell them you want to see Bullet. Yeah, just like goes in a gun, a bullet. That's him, the bald-headed guy. Look like a bullet.
I'll be there.
And Bullet Helms will call, and he'll make an appointment with you, and he'll be there.
And there is no charge for door estimates or anything like that. So, you Bullet come on out and really talk through the options with you.
They will give you a free estimate. Okay, that won't cost you
That
anything.
will not cost you.
It won't cost you. That's the only thing that they're going to come out and do that won't cost you.
Only thing it costs you is a conversation, and that's just for you to tell
And
me
maybe
what
a
you
cup of coffee. Maybe.
want. Not at a customer's house.
You never drink coffee at customer's house?
Very
They invited you?
Very
for a-
rarely.
You know?
No, that's.
But every time I go
Sounds
to...
like you've taken a cup or two, Ray. To me, as a
Absolutely.
customer,
If
yeah.
I want a cup of coffee, I go to a job. I normally show up at 9 o'clock. People very
You know,
friendly.
Bullet said he has
And I'm in the
16 to
kit-
18 cups. He comes ready. He doesn't need a cup.
I got
You don't
it.
need any more coffee.
I'm loaded when I get there.
I got it.
I'm wired. Been up since 4:30, 5 o'clock. I've already had 8 before I got there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason I do it is to be hospitable, be friendly.
Yeah, I've done that, and it's usually what I find if someone's meeting me there during the day, they're taking their time out of their schedule
Sure.
with their work or whatever, and I try to be very conscious of their time,
Right.
And get the facts that I need and let them roll with their day because everybody's busy.
Well, honestly, I don't drink much coffee because I'm busy working. When I go to a house, I'm ready to go.
Dude, I know where every 7-Eleven, QT, if it's got a bathroom, I know about it. And when I get done, I go straight to the counter. Give me a 16-ounce cup.
Gotcha.
You got a 20-ounce, I'll take that too.
Guys, it's been great to have you on today. It really has. And Jared, great to talk to you. And
Same, Ray.
Your introduction to the City Via podcast, and hopefully we'll get you back on here. And
Love to do that. I'd love to have you come on over to our shop as well, meet our team.
well,
and
I plan to do so. We had that discussion
Just before.
earlier.
Yep.
In last week, we met for breakfast and talked, and I'd love to come over there and meet your crew. And one day you can call a meeting and we could do some video work and introduce the city.
That'd be great.
A lot more intimately than we've done today. But Garage Door Doctor, garagedoordoctor.com. What's the number?
704-858-4040.
858-4040. That's 858-4040. Next week, I think we're going to be talking tile. Tile, that's ceramic tile.
Oh, yeah.
Supreme tile.
My father-in-law was in it for 40 years, colonial tile and marble.
4 years?
40
40?
years.
Colonial tile and marble.
Colonial tile.
They were out there off Eastway, weren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a long time ago.
Raymond Smith.
What's that?
Raymond Smith.
There you go. So go make it a great week. Spread some love. Find a kid to mentor. This Saturday, every Saturday, Fox Sports Charlotte, 9 to 11 a.m. Tune in, turn on, and learn. This show right here, if you're listening to it on YouTube, will be rebroadcast this Saturday, 9 to 11 on Fox Sports Charlotte. So tune in, turn on, and learn a little bit about Garage Door Doctor. And next week, we'll be talking about your house, put tools in schools, and bring you up to date on all. Have a great week. We'll talk to you then.